I love watching Arias hit. It's so much fun. I wasn't around to see Rod Carews, majority of Rod Carews' career, but from what I've been told by people that have, it's very similar in the way he approaches each at bat, the way he stretches the at bat out, makes the pitcher throw pitches, stays alive. We all remember the at bat last year versus the Mets and Edwin Diaz when he came in and was down 0-2 and ended up coaxing a walk. So real good series for him, so he should win the batting title this year. I'd be surprised if he doesn't this year. He definitely will win before his career is over. So thumbs up for Luis Arraez. Thumbs down, Miguel Sano, 0 for 8, 4 Ks. I feel bad giving him a thumbs down. He was one of the Twins players who did test positive for coronavirus. Obviously there could be a little bit of fatigue there. He would never admit if there was. He would, he would just say, hey, I just had a bad series or whatever the case may be. But Miguel Sano, 0 for 8, 4 strikeouts. He'll get it going, but you would like to see some of those at least more balls in play. Maybe 0 for 8 with 2 strikeouts is a little bit more manageable, but Sano is what he is. He's a power hitter who's going to hit 30, 35, 40 home runs, and he's going to strike out 150 times. It's just the way it is in today's game. He's the typical power hitter. He's going to put up great numbers at first base. But overall, Twins scored 27 runs, and that covers the offense. Let's switch over and talk pitching. Kenta Maeda was solid today after a solid outing yesterday by Randy Dobnak, which was followed up by a not at all solid outing by Jose Berrios on opening day. Kenta Maeda, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, has a 3.6 ERA. The strikeouts were coming on his slider. His slider was working today. He was getting swings and misses on it, but he was also, I think at least 1 or 2 of his 6 strikeouts were called strikes. White Sox just really couldn't hit him. He was throwing off speed stuff and mixing in his fastball when he needed to. I think part of his delivery too, when you watch when he comes set and gets into the windup, he kind of does a leg kick and he just pauses just for like a 1/10 of a second or a half a second, and that might throw off the timing of the White Sox hitters. But whatever he was doing today, it worked. Got the win. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. They came on a Luis Robert home run to center field. It was the first of Robert's career. So the hype seems real around him. So congratulations to him. Again, Maeda, solid. He's here for 3 more years on a long-term deal. $3 million a year salary. So had to give up Gratterall to get him. That's a big arm to give up, but you kind of have to give something up to get something. And I think a lot of Twins fans who may not have been familiar with Maeda might have been sleeping on this and said, hey, we gave away a guy who throws 100. Why would you do that? That was a stupid trade. The Twins don't have anybody that throws 100. And Maeda comes in and gets the win today, and he's a solid pitcher, has been for the last 3 years in the National League. So great outing today. Thumbs up for Kenta Maeda making his regular season Twins debut. Thumbs up also to Matt Wisler. Very nice series for him and start to the season as well. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, no runs. His slider was also working too. He got a strikeout to end the game today. That's always a nice way to end the game when you can get a strikeout. I didn't know a whole lot about him coming into the season, and then they kept him on the opening day roster on the 30-man, and he's pitched pretty well. Like I said, 2 1/3 innings, 6 strikeouts. You'd like to see fewer walks. You don't want 3 walks and 6 strikeouts, but could have just been nerves. Could have been a new team. Could have been the heat. It was 99 degrees with the heat index in Chicago, so who knows. But nice job, Matt Wisler, out of the bullpen. Thumbs up for you, sir. Thumbs down for Devin Smeltzer in the opening series. 2 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs. gave up 2 home runs, 1 walk, did have 5 strikeouts, so the 5 strikeouts and 1 walk are impressive, but pitching 2 innings, giving up 6 hits, and 2 of them being home runs was not impressive. Did give up 5 earned runs, really got hammered. He was the first guy out of the pen after Randy Dobnak yesterday. Dobnak threw 4 innings. Smeltzer came in and immediately got into trouble and gave up hits and runs, and then it kind of snowballed when he left with Littell, and we'll get into that. But Smeltzer's kind of doing long relief now. He's one of those guys who, you know, if you don't know his story, he's got a phenomenal story. He's a great guy, so I really, really, really wish him well. I hope I know he'll turn his season around. But tough opening series on the road for him. Good learning experience, though. That's the biggest thing with him, is it's a great learning experience. Guys like him, Zach Littell, Cody Stashak, all these young guys who you know may have played in the postseason last year. If you can handle Yankee Stadium in the playoffs, mentally you can handle anything, and that was what reminds me of a postseason. Right before Game 3 last year, that was kind of what Trevor May told those guys, was like, hey guys, you know, if you can handle Yankee Stadium, this is going to be the most intense and insane atmosphere you'll ever handle. If you can handle this, well, he said short of a World Series. He said, but if you can handle this, you can handle anything. I'm paraphrasing, but that was what the gist of it was. But so Smeltzer struggled out of the gate again. The 5 strikeouts were nice. He's a good left-handed option when the Twins don't want to run out Lewis Thorpe or want to give Taylor Rogers a day off. He's a good long man. He can also make spot starts if Rich Hill or Homer Bailey or whoever struggles, or, you know, in the case of Dobnak yesterday, I'll get to him shortly here. You know, threw a lot of pitches in 4 innings, but was effective, and they wanted to bring somebody else in, get him some work. Struggled, but he'll get it turned around, so... Devin Smeltzer, thumbs down, but confident he'll get it turned around. Great guy, though. He is a Sigs for Soldiers supporter on Twitter. If you don't know what that's about, look him up. He does great work, and thank you, Mr. Smeltzer, for supporting that. Also, if you don't know anything about Devin Smeltzer or his life story, look that up. Go buy one of his Catch Cancer looking shirts. They are phenomenal. Thumbs up to Cody Stashak. Pitched 2 innings this series, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Now has, I believe, a 28 or 29-1 career walk rate. The guy throws strikes. He gets guys out. He looks like he's about 14 years old, but the guy throws 95, 96. He gets guys out. He's got, you know, it's really impressive last year. I think he kind of came out of nowhere. He was one of those guys that Twins fans didn't know a lot about. He wasn't a super heralded prospect, you know, kind of like Gratterall was, and Alcala and guys like, and you know, guys like that were, but He's done nothing but get guys out. He struggled last year in the playoffs. Yes, I understand that. I will give him that. He did struggle. But, again, that's a learning experience. That's a big, big, big thing that he can turn into a positive. He now knows that, you know, especially with no fans in the stands, but he knows now that any situation he enters in a baseball short of a World Series, he'll be able to mentally handle it. Mentioned, you know, what Trevor May said. So, yeah, Cody Stashak finished strong last year, had a great year, a 25 or 26-1 strikeout rate, 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts this series. So, thumbs up for Cody Stashak. Thumbs down for Zach Littell. Really, really tough outing. 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks. 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 home runs, 0 walks, and 1 strikeout. Littell, Stashak, and Tyler Duffy were guys who came in last year and really stabilized that bullpen. Gave Twins fans a lot to be thankful for. Helped with a lot of team wins when Twins got short starts from